Herb Dean looking after this fight.
I'm just honest. I could just say the guy in red corner.
There we go. Well, it's Jared Torgerson in the blue corner and Dowletjan Jagjimaradov in the red.
Well, already, I mean, I see a much more aggressive Jared Torgerson. I mean, his fight against Thiago, he took a lot of damage, but it just seemed like he never was able to get going. He was, and I thought, again, I kept writing that off to his, hey, big stage, big title fight. Sometimes guys, when he admitted he overthought it, and really just wasn't able to fight his style.
There's a stiff jab that he ate. Oh, and there's one of the spinning kicks. Dov throwing that hard to the body there. Very relaxed fighter as well. And that jab, he holds his hand low, it comes from nowhere, and you can already see the red nose on Jared Torgerson there. Oh!
Nice little hook kick there. It looked like he faked the lead leg, swept it up. He only caught him with the toes there, but just it shows you that the angles that Dov was going to come at. He has the basics down. You saw that. Oh. Well, you saw that with the stiff jab, and right there, a nice, clean roundhouse to the thigh that was able to just completely knock Jared off of his feet.
The athleticism of this man at this weight class. And like I say, he cuts very, very little weight, which means he's got that full tank as well. He's
not depleted at all, and again, that's always a balancing game when you cut weight. What are you going to gain in size over your opponent to what you're going to lose on just performance? Nobody, no athlete wants to deplete themselves before any kind of competition. It takes away from their overall output. No matter how much you feel like in the 24 hours after the weigh-in to rehydrate and to get carbs back in your body, it still taxes you to some degree.
We are 2 minutes down in this first round. Dov showing some of those weird angles he can throw from, and also that killer composure he's got. He's just smiling when he's throwing punches, waiting for his moment. Oh, that's a stiff jab.
Yeah, he shook the right hand a little bit, caught the attention of Jared to look over that way, and just great stance and ability to fire and pop. I mean, that was a laser sharp jab right up the middle.
Switching stances as well, always showing something different to Jared, and that's hard to get in your rhythm, isn't it? If you've body shot as well.
Well, now you can just see the posture of Jared. He's kind of backing off, and you can see that it's he's questioning what's in front of him, and he's doubting himself. He almost looks like a fighter with doubt, but now he needs to go ahead. You can't sit there and just go and be mesmerized by a guy in front of you and go, okay, well, what's he going to do? You have to go ahead and go out there and attack. Sitting back is only going to get you in trouble.
Outside leg kick there from Dov. Torgerson talked about the game plan to just have fun, be first. Oh, there's a big right hand over the top there from Dov. Torgerson survives that.
Tried to come up on the...
More heavy shots coming in there.
Double, definitely a great striker. That takedown, though, almost hurt himself. Oh, nice rolling knee bar from Jared. If he can secure it, he needs to hold behind the foot.
Look at that. Dov sensing the danger and pulling that leg out.
He's got him against the cage. Let's see if he can transition to a takedown. I feel like the size advantage that Jared has, if he can get on top of Dov for any length of time, it could go ahead and start cutting into his gas tank.
Great chin on Jared to take that and to turn it around. Also great awareness. That rolling knee bar showed the threat, and this is giving him the advantage up against the cage. That's what opened up this position and the transition to where they are now.
Well, that's a good thing about effective submissions from the bottom. Even if you don't lock the submission up, it creates openings and movement from your partner, from your opponent.
They are swinging now. Big welt under the left eye there of Jared Torgerson.
But he's coming forward and driving, and I like what I see as far as, he's fighting hard back. And I think that,
Oh, big overhand right caught there. 10 seconds left. Can he survive them?
He's putting Dovle in a fight. He's making him, he's not going away easily. And Dovle's hands are on his knees. That's a sign, sometimes, there's a price to pay when the explosive fighter that he is, and, maybe he's not going to be able to go the distance.
As you said, Jared bit down on his mouthpiece and applied that pressure, and you can certainly see Dov move from that composure. His legs are up, his deep breath, but he's given, during the output, he's put some massive damage on the face there of Jared Torgerson. Big welts under the eye. They're working hard on that now.
No, Jared's definitely the short end of the stick when it came to the damage there. He took a lot of heavy shots. He got hurt. He easily, without a doubt, had lost that first round. There, he's just great timing on the part of Dovle to throw that roundhouse. It was the base leg, and here, I think this is when we see that jab. He had to shook the hand, nice stiff jab up the middle. But I'm starting to suspect that Dovle is not a high output, consistently high rate fighter, and I think that if Jared can go ahead and turn the pace up, put down on the mount, grind this out, I think that he can maybe turn this around and take advantage. Nice, beautiful right hand.
That's what caused that big welt under that left eye. Jared Torgerson in the blue corner. Dowletjan Yagshimaradov in the red, switching stances again, but it's Torgerson that's putting the pressure on, and that's what he needs to do.
And he just needs to stay busier, and maybe not with strikes that take a lot of energy like that one, doing the Superman punch. Come forward, ones and twos, 1, 2, 1, throwing a kick, but he needs to keep busy, because this open space fighting, Dovle is very good at. He's like a sniper. You don't want to get into a sniping fight with this guy. We need to start throwing a lot of rounds downrange and make him busy.
Another overhand right comes from Dov's head, but Jared Torgerson said he didn't want to show us how tough he was by hitting those leg kicks, but once again he's showing he's made of different stuff, isn't he?
He is. He's a tough guy, and he can take advantage of that toughness by now just applying pressure, coming forward and fatiguing Dovle. He might be able to grind out an ugly fight, but that's what he needs to do to make this win. He's not going to win a clean, crisp exchange of technique back and forth. Right now, backing up, he needs to just never take a step backward, just march forward and cause Dovle to fire a lot of shots.
Marching forward he is, and you could see Dovle taking some big breaths as well. You called it in the first round, maybe he's not.
Well, he's just such a precise, heavy hitter that, probably even in sparring, guys don't want to push the pace on him because it hurts if he catches you with a shot. So he's learned how to control the pace, but right now Jared has the advantage that he's eaten some shots. He's tough as they come, so go ahead and walk through that hellfire and force him to fight more.
Oh, he looked to set up that spinning heel kick there.
But Jared, again, he gets the right idea, but then he kind of backs away, like right there. 3 or 4 jabs, right hand. He needs to be busier.
Eating 2 leg kicks there as well.
Don't back up. See there, he was marching forward, and the feint of Dovle backed him up. And that's what Dovle's going to do. He's the kind of fighter that's, like I said, a marksman. He's very sharp at shooting, firing precise shots, but he doesn't like to throw a lot of them. So what he does is that every time he moves, he's capable of hurting you. So now, instead of always having to expend energy, now he can fake. He can shake his shoulders, stomp the mat, and he's earned your respect that it's going to back you off. Not that it's always the right thing to do, and every situation a little bit different, but here Jared needs to go ahead and just not back off on those fakes. He needs to keep jamming forward.
He jams forward and they engage in a clinch, which Dovle takes him to the ground with that double body lock. 1 minute 58 seconds left in this round, and it's been a much closer round, this one. Less effective strikes from Dovle, but now in a dominant position on top.
Jared's right arm is not doing him anything right now. He's locking up behind the head there a couple times and see if he connects again. He really wants to go ahead and start bumping, and he's allowing Dovle to be too high up Oh, now he's able to jump out, switch over.
Avoids that shot as they do get to their knees. Gets full guard now.
He needs to be busy here, even on the bottom. Jared, if he throws a lot of punches, even though they're not going to hurt and cause a lot of damage, let it disrupt the breathing of Dovel. Make him maybe even feel enticed to throw punches back. You want a guy like Dovel, you want to keep him moving as much as he can, because it's going to, all that motion's going to make it to where he has a hard time exploding. He needs those big gaps. He likes taking like that rest in between his motions, and so he can make it very hard and throw a hard shot. So when you're facing a guy like that, make him busy, because then the intensity of what he does, it drains very quickly.
And we know Jared's got a gas tank. He took 5 rounds with Thiago Silva back in January, so we know he can go the distance. Looking for some sort of sweep there potentially, but like you said, just needs to keep him working, keep moving on the bottom, make Dov work on top of him. "20 seconds left, and Dov not able to get as much damage off despite this dominant position as he was in the first round. Some big shots there though.
Yeah, Jared's defense there, it could get him in trouble. He was covering up there a little too much, and you know.
And they were big shots, but looking back at both corners, the damage certainly done by Dov, but big breaths as he took the stool there as well.
Oh, it's funny. Jared has taken the damage. You know, Dovel has dished out much more punishment, but right now, as far as who's more tired, Dovel's more fatigued than Jared is.
Absolutely. Physically tired as well, but mentally, having thrown literally everything but the kitchen sink at this man, mentally must be thinking, what's he got to do to finish him?
Yeah, and I think that they had to be prepared for that. There, you know, the spin, the hook kick, here he grabs the body lock, he elevates him up. Good explosive movement. You know, he's trying to, you know, find a way to put Jared away, but, you know, Jared just keeps coming forward. But after watching that fight with Thiago, you had to know that that's what you were in store for.
Absolutely. We're set for round 3 here at ACB 62. Me, Brian Lacey, alongside Frank Mir, calling the action for you. And Herb Dean, the third man in the cage. It's Yagshimaradov that goes for the takedown there early. Wasn't expecting that.
Well, I think that he realizes, you know, he is getting tired.
Nice transition.
And so great thought process on his part to go ahead and immediately get the takedown. Now he's on top. Was able to get the mount transition to the back. Good place to rest. We just got to see what Jared's back defense is.
There we go. He's locked in this gillet and he's tapped. Wow. Unbelievable heart and chin shown by Jared Torgerson. But that finish, like you said, changed it up, went for the takedown, took the back, patiently waited to throw his arm under that and got the finish. Unbelievable stuff from Dov.
Very good. You know, he showed great stand-up, and now here he got to show his groundwork. Takedown, wrapped it up. It seemed like Jared just was not being cautious enough of what the rear naked choke could apply there, and Dovel locks it up and was able to stretch him out and get the finish.
Unbelievable finish, and yet again, we have another finish here at ACB 62. 6 for 6. Great show of sportsmanship between the two. And a big win there, taking Dov to 13-5 in the light heavyweight division, where all eyes are on Thiago Silva, who will defend his belt on July 23rd against Bataraz Agnayev, which is a hell of a fight.
Super exciting. Can't wait to call that one down.
Oh my goodness, that's a great fight. But putting his hat in the ring is Dowletjan Yagshimaradov.
Ladies and gentlemen, fight stops at 39 seconds of round number 3. Your winner by tap out to the rear naked choke, Dowletjan Yagshimaradov.
So Dowletjan Yagshimaradov takes the win.
Questo che è così, se non è andato a vedere, ma si sente bene.
Great show of sportsmanship there, but a very, very happy Dov taking that win against a tough cookie in Jared Torgerson. We have a look at the finish one more time. Once he cinched that up, he waited patiently for that gap, got the arm right under the neck, and here we go.
Fed it right through, locked it up immediately, head on the proper side, and was able to get the squeeze.
Just had the matchmaker whisper in my ear, we might change the